I talk about being gay. You might have already noticed some of the subtle messaging on the stage. But I'm gay, and I talk about being gay kind of a lot. Like, I'm sure some people wish I would shut up about it sometimes, but I have my reasons, you know, and like, some of them are personal because I spent such a long time wishing I wasn't gay, being ashamed of that. So now it's kind of like I'm making up for lost time, you know? Can I come down here? But also, sorry. But what I wanted to say to you guys is the only reason that I'm even able to be up here talking about my gay self is because of all the people that have come before me that fought for the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. Sometimes we are referred to as the acronym LGBT, sometimes LGBTQ+. I like to use the word queer, as you can see. But lots of people don't like that word, and that's because the word has a complicated and painful history. And whether we like it or not, history, it really matters. This week, we marked the 50 years since the riots and protests that happened after the police raided a gay bar in New York City called the Stonewall Inn. Now, you might have heard of the Stonewall riots already. They were riots that were led by black transgender women and people of color. Excuse me. And since that historic event, the world has changed so much in 50 years. But our history is what shapes us into who we are, and we have so much of it. We have so many different kinds of history: personal history, family history, cultural history, social, political, so many different kinds of history. And we make more and more every day. And the reality is that the lives of LGBT people are as varied and as complex as anybody else's, but they are under a very real threat. Now, the fight for equality began before the Stonewall riots, it continues today, and it will go on until tomorrow, into the future. But the future is not fixed, and our histories cannot predict what tomorrow might bring or what we might do with it. So, I believe that everybody here has the chance to change history. We change history every day, and it's up to each and every one of us if we want to change the world, right? So I believe there is no true LGBT equality until the fight against racism is over, against sexism is over, against ableism, bigotry, climate change. So it's like a really big ask, and I have no idea how we get there. But what I do know is that if we want to get anywhere without leaving anybody behind, we're going to have to help each other out. And if we care about a future, that is kind and more safe for everybody, then we need to keep... Sorry. I'm so nervous with this speech. I just wanted to say to you guys, because this is a moment in my personal history, because, you know, we're playing Glastonbury on a pyramid stage, and I wanted to say that if we're respectful and compassionate, we can show up for each other. No matter who we are, we can support each other and we can listen. And if we want the world to be a kind and safer place, we have to take the lessons that history teaches us and learn from each other, because the fight is not over. And I believe that when people believe in something, they come together, then change can happen and anything is possible. So thank you so much. Let's get on with our show.